Hey everybody, right, okay. As you know, I'm no expert, but as I always say, is have a go. So this is my mixer tap here, cold water and hot water. I've turned the cold water off at the bottom of this, so there's no cold water coming through if I open the tap. So as you can see, nothing's coming through. Okay, so basically I've isolated it. So that's my sink. I'll put a big mug there, and I'm going to put a small mug here. Okay, big mug, small mug. You can use whatever mug you want, okay? So basically, so that if any screws or anything are open, they won't fall down the plug hole. Okay, you can put your plug hole in there, you can do whatever you want in there. But like I said, have a go. And I'm one of those guys, I'll have a go, because whether it works or not, I've got to call the plumber out anyway. So I'm going to have a go at changing the washer on this tap, okay? So the first thing we need to do is to get to the situation. So I can turn that way, okay, and take a very thin screwdriver. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, that's a very, very thin screwdriver there, very thin. So I'm going to lift this plate here up. Okay, so it should be quite easily to lift this up so I can get access to the screw. I can use that. I can use this screwdriver, so you can use whatever screwdriver you want, okay? And there should be a screw on the inside, okay? I mean, these are just the tools I've got lying around. So as you can tell, I'm not expert, but I have a go. What's the worst can happen? You know, I need to call a plumber. I've got to call a plumber anyway. So, but the water's been isolated at the bottom. So I've got lots of other taps in the house. So if something happens, it's okay. But be brave, have a go, and you can do this. If I can do it, you can do it, okay? So the next, as you can see, my screwdrivers are like of ancient. I think this is my dad's screwdriver. So basically we're gonna open this screw here, and don't worry, nothing's gonna happen because the water's turned off. And again, be careful as to not to drop the screws or anything. So I'm gonna take that screw out, okay? And then this casing here should come off quite easily, okay? So I should be able to, oh, actually, I think I'm gonna take this plastic bit out first. So then I'll make a little hole here or whatever. Take this plastic out. Sometimes it'll just come out, depends how long you've had the tap. Okay, so the plastic bit comes off, and then I have access to, as you can see, there's another thing in there. So ideally, this thing here should come off now, but like I said, depends on how long you've had this, so it may take a while to pull it off, or it might come off straight away, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so you have to give it a bit of a welly and taking it off. I think that's my mom singing in the background. Okay, so it's not coming off that easily as I thought, but let's just oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's come off. And always, before putting it back on, you know, you can give it a clean, you can wash it, take your time. So basically, I think I need to change a washer in here. So I need to unscrew this bit here. That's where the tap goes on and off. So basically, I need one of these wrenches, okay? So one of these, you can use other wrench, you know, whatever you can do to take it off. So I've already tested this, so I know this one fits. So you can always tell it's a snug fit, okay? So when I'm opening this, I want to hold the tap with one hand here and then open this with the other hand. Okay, so here goes. This is the big test. Like I said, if I can do it, you can do it, okay? So I'm just going to open this very, very gently and very slowly. So let's just put this back on. And remember to hold the tap with one hand and use the other hand, but I've already done that, I've loosened it, so just to show you. So basically, there might be a little bit of water coming out, so don't worry, okay? But like I said, rather than turning a little bit of that, just turn the water off at the mains. I'm not expert, once again, turn the water off the mains and you can do this, okay? So once you've loosened it, you should be able to come out, and there's a little bit of water coming through there, and that's fine. Unscrew this, okay? And there you go. That's the hole where the water comes out, and that's the the culprit. Okay, so the most likely the culprit will be this washer here, this washer. Okay, and the washer's worn off, and also I'll change this washer here as well. So I'll change both of the washers. Now I haven't got a washer ready, so I'm going to go to the shop and get the washer, because I don't know what size the washer needs. In fact, what I can do, I can take this little gadget and take it to the shop and ask them, bro, I need this washer, or sister, depending on who's there, and I need this washer, so they can give me a washer to measure the perfect thing. Okay, so I can drive down to my DIY shop and get those washers and done. And basically I'm just going to replace them as they are and then put this back in as I've taken it off. Okay, so listen, if I can do it, you can do it. Have a go. Okay, and the worst thing is worse, I can just put it back on, screw it back on, put the tap back on, and I'll be no better, or worse, I'll be back at stage one again. So like I said, have a go, always have a go, don't be afraid. This is your house, no one's going to tell you off. Well, maybe your parents' house or okay guys, I'm back. I've been to the shop. So basically I went to get this washer here, and then this washer here. Sorry, I need to cut my nails as well, my apologies. This washer here as well to the shop. So I took the whole contraption to the shop and I said, you know what, I'm not a DIY person, here it is, what do I need to do? So the guy said, well, actually you can replace this washer and this washer, definitely. And also, sometimes what happens, this spindle here, the inside mechanism, goes as well. So sometimes there's a problem with that. So he said, yeah, sure, you can replace those washers and see what happened. Or he sold me 2 of these, where the whole contraption is already inside. So what I can do is that I can just replace the whole thing and not worry about replacing the washers on this and this still not working and then doing. So ideally though, however, whereas I would have got this for a few pence or even £1 or so, £2 or whatever, £3. So I got the whole contraption, 2 of these for £14. And now, since I'm not a plumber and I'm just a normal guy, I'm trying to sort my tap out. So ideally it was the right thing to do. So basically I'll just take this apart as it is and I'll just sort of put that into there like that. Eureka, it's done. That is brilliant. That is but I think what I do need to do is, though, I need to take this apart like I did with this one, put it back in and then tighten it up with my wrench, so make sure it's done properly rather than just screwing it in like this. Okay, so like I said, what I could have replaced the washers and done it this way, so that's one option that you can do, then try it. But this is old, so it's possibly that the mechanism inside here is gone, so this spindle here is not tightening it properly. You might see other videos where they'll take this thing apart and sort this out, but really, because I'm not a DIY, I'm just have a go guy, so I need the easiest solution for me. So that was the easiest solution. So I got 2 of these for £14, a hot one and a cold one. So basically I'm just going to change this and I'll show you the video in 2 minutes. So while I dismantle this to put this back in there. Okay, there you go. I've taken the new thing apart, the new handle apart. That's all the new bits that I've taken apart from there. And as you can, that's all the old bits, including including the spindle. Okay, so that's the old bits here, and there, and that's the new system. Okay, so as you can see, this is what I took out, this is what I took to them, and the washers are new, the spindle is new. So I can now just basically screw this contraption in like that. Whoops, sorry, my apologies. And also tighten it properly, so it's nice and tight, not too tight obviously, but once I do the final tight, I want to hold the tap with my hand and tighten it properly. Okay, so that's nice and tight, and then I put this on top as it was, like that. Then this goes on the inside of that, and this will go in there like so, and then this will go on top of that. Perfect. Thank you to the guy who sold me £14 worth of two things. And what I can do is, because I got two of these, I can also change the red one as well later. But remember to turn the water off at the bottom if you're going to do the red one. But then I'll have two new handles. Okay, so I'm just going to tighten that. I think I've tightened that enough, but if it leaks or anything, so I can always check to make sure. So give this a nice tight. Always tighten things, not over. Don't always over tight things. Just enough. Okay, so that's spinning. So I might just need to hold that with my hand and sort that out. So I'll finally tighten this here. That's all nice and tight. I can put the clip back on. So it goes in properly. So I hope I don't break this. But yeah, so I can put that in there. And whoops. Yeah, this might take a bit of convincing. Sorry, I had to put the phone down. I need two hands. Okay, so that's nice and done. That's where it closes and that's where it opens. So now I'm going to open it from the bottom and make sure it doesn't drip or there's no leaks here. If there is a leak here, I'll just take it off, just tighten it a little bit more with the wrench. Any leaks or anything. Okay, so let's just have a look. Moment of truth. Here we go. Turn the water on from the stopper at the bottom of this underneath the sink, and as you can see there's no leaks here, so which means it's nice and tight, and there's no leak here either, so that's good. So moment of truth is, hey, I'm so pleased with that. Wow, well done, and thank you. Thank you. If I didn't think I was going to make a video for you guys, I probably wouldn't have had a go. So I've had a go, and the tap is lovely and tight, and it works. So now I'm going to do the same to the hot water tap. So change the whole system there. So that's lovely and new as well. So brilliant. So there we have it. See, so you can do it. You know, have a go. Always take care. Always make sure it's not hot water, boiling hot water and everything like that. So always make sure. So there's the old stuff, including that. And there's the new contraption. So in a way, I've kind of, with £14, I've kind of changed both spindles, because that's probably on its way out. It's probably getting old as well. But I do appreciate, you know, if it's working, then why touch it? So I've used two hands to make sure that's nice and tight. Then all I need to do, I know this doesn't need to come out, but it did with that one, because that one was quite old. So it was basically jammed in there. So just put the little screw in there. Keep that nice and tight. Okay, sorry about my nails. I promise I'll cut them right after this. But I am an office worker, so I'm awful for that doesn't mean I'm not supposed to cut my nails. Do apologize, I don't mean that. But there we go. So tighten that, lovely. That's nice and tight. Well done, well done. There you go. There's the old ones, there's the old ones, the new ones are on there. And you know what, in the box, I know, I just found instructions how to do it as well. So the box comes with instructions. That's amazing. But there are two contraptions in there which I haven't used, which I didn't need to use. So I didn't need to use them, so I haven't used them. But I will keep them because there's nice like washers in there, maybe if I need it again. But there you go. There's a contraption, there's instructions. But hey, we did it without the instructions. Yeah, YouTube is a wonderful thing. So I'm glad you guys are going to have a go. All the best. I feel chuffed, and I'm sure you are going to feel really chuffed once you've done it. Have a go, you know, have a go. Take it easy, have a go, but look after yourself. Take care. Thanks guys, wonderful. I'm going to have a go at the shower.